Hundreds of extra police officers have been drafted in by the Metropolitan Police from other forces as it tries to clear climate change protesters from parts of central London. Since the demonstrations began on Monday, more than 750 people have been arrested. The Metropolitan Police Commissioner, Cressida Dick, has defended the handling of the protests and described the operation as unprecedented. John Donnison reports.
The Extinction Rebellion has life in it yet. For a sixth day, climate change protesters targeted central London. Yesterday's pink boat at Oxford Circus was replaced by a green hammock. Their message: they're not going away.
If there were a better way, please somebody tell us, because we've tried the suggested ways. We've tried writing to MPs, we've tried doing petitions, we've tried just standing in the street with banners. It clearly hasn't worked.
She was eventually arrested, as were others, but they're not making it easy for the police. Some protesters had glued themselves together, with their arms encased with piping. A cheer goes up now as one protester has been released. Here at Oxford Circus, the police are using bolt cutters, angle grinders and special chemicals to break through the glue that protesters have used to stick themselves together. There were similar scenes at Waterloo Bridge.
We're here to protect our kids and to protect our future kids and their future kids, and you don't have to understand science to understand that.
The Metropolitan Police have had to request 200 extra officers from neighbouring forces, but deny they're struggling to cope or that cells are full.
It's been a really challenging operation. They're using very dynamic communications and very dynamic tactics. I think many people would say we haven't seen anything quite like this in this city or around the country before.
By late afternoon, the last of the protesters at Oxford Circus had been removed and traffic was flowing again. But the demonstrators insist they'll be back. John Donnison, BBC News in central London.
Not all of them have gone. Our correspondent Simon Jones has been following some of the remaining protesters and sent this report from Waterloo Bridge.
You get a real sense that the patience of the police is being stretched, as are their resources. But the protests on this bridge continue, causing disruption to traffic and people in the area. Let's just show you the picture there. Unlike Oxford Circus, which was cleared earlier, people are still here. They're making speeches, they're singing. We see cheers from time to time. But a bit like what happened earlier at Oxford Circus, what police have done is formed a circle around the protesters on the bridge to try and keep the numbers contained there. What we haven't seen yet is them move in like at Oxford Circus to try to take people away. What protesters have been doing is lying on the ground, so the police are forced to carry them away from here. But the message from the police is people have had enough of this. This is stretching their resources. It's taking resources away from fighting other types of crime. And we really heard that unusual plea from the Commissioner of the Metropolitan Police, Cressida Dick, saying, please, if you want to protest, there is a lawful designated site. That is at Marble Arch. By remaining here, you are breaking the law. The police have got an order saying that people cannot be here. But the protesters are saying, well, they're making their point. They are determined to stay here, and that's why we have got a bit of a standoff. But certainly the police very keen to bring this to an end. But equally, you've got the protesters saying, we are here for the long haul, particularly with the long bank holiday weekend. And often, as people move away, more and more people come and replace them. So certainly, although Oxford Circus has been cleared, which certainly will be seen as a bit of a success for the police, we're certainly not talking about the end game anytime soon, I think.
Well, as it turns